shit. I hope to hell, because the battery low. Okay, shit. Y'all, I'm still trying to get ready for work. Had to throw a t-shirt on, can't advertise. Whew. Okay, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Season 9, Episode 10, Uncharitable Behavior. This episode opened up with Aiden doing this little tie-dye shirts to fund the Flint water crisis, and Phaedra planning a camp for those children affected by it, so they'll have some activities going on throughout the summer. I don't like this light. I'd rather that. Okay. We see a blast from the past. OG Marlo Hampton, honey, on the scene. Shit, Marlo said, y'all gonna give me a peach, bitch, some kind of way. Y'all gonna, if it kills her, she getting her a peach on this show. She furniture shopping with Sheree. And, you know, she always look good, so she look nice and stuff. Now, in keeping with the reason for returning Sheree with a peach, Sheree gonna ask Marlo why you don't be at any of Kenya's events, okay? Marlo said at first she thought Kenya was a nice, sweet girl. They had a whole lot in common. They was pretty much one and the same. People just misunderstood the girl. However, in lieu of recent events, she ain't quite sure that she could trust Kenya. She feels Kenya is a depressed, sad-ass snake. She said she's a user. She said, can you call her a couple months back for some recommendations for her birthday party? Marlo say, I told her, girl, all you need is some candles and flowers. They set off any event. Then she said, next thing I know, I get on the IG and see Kenya done threw a whole party to which she was never invited to, and Nene was there. Marlo say Kenya was not cool with her because Nene was dealing with her at that moment, okay? Then Kenya had her housewarming party to which, again, Marlo was not invited to. So, Marlo ain't feeling Kenya right about now, okay? Kenya comes home from Charlotte, find out that her garage window, some more of them done been busted out. Her Range Rover back window done been busted out. He done spray painted her cameras and everything else. He done vandalized her shit while she was down there in Charlotte. Kenya finished, Kenya, let me ask you a question, girl. Is you finished or is you done? She on the phone with Candy and called Candy down there. Well, called Candy at her house. And, Candy gave her the advice we all been saying, look, girl, you need to leave Matt alone, okay? Now, this is why I said either she really want a storyline or she's exhibiting signs of battered women syndrome already, because she talking about she feel like she need to protect Matt because he a good person, Kenya. See, this is why right here that people have things to say about Kenya, okay? My thing is, Kenya, this shit has ran its course. It's getting dangerous now. You got a more hair care line that's going to be in stores everywhere, according to you, March 1st. Kill this motherfucking shit with this dude. Let that be your storyline, your entrepreneurship. Do what Candy do. She crying to Candy talk about she knows the person that he can be when he don't act like that. Candy asked about, okay, well, since you feel like that, what would your daddy say? She said he'd say get a restraining order, and Candy was like, that's right, and offers her to stay with her a while because she needs to get away from Matt, okay? Candy had to call Kenya name, these case, because she is going to went silent sitting there thinking about it. She going to tell her, okay, thanks for listening, and that's when I officially believe that this was a storyline for Kenya and not too much more, okay? Kind of sad. Next, we find out that everything that glitter ain't gold, and old Cynthia might not be getting the lakefront property. It was a glitch in the closing, and she don't know. But in the meantime, in between time, her house done sold, so she got to get the hell up out of there. I said, child, this must be the new homeless, because she got offered by Kenya to come and stay at her house, but Cynthia ain't for that shit that Kenya got going on at her house, because he ain't for tear up all her shit, and her daughter don't need to be around that shit either. Kenya went to see Phaedra, and they discussed the pop-up and the wage thing and all of that. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kenya gets emotional, and she shares with Phaedra a situation about Matt. Phaedra was trying to understand, because she done been through that shit with Apollo herself, you know. So she kind of like was comforting to Kenya. You know, Phaedra know. Trust me, Phaedra know. That's where we get that saying that we all like to hear say when Apollo hemmed her dumb ass up in that garage and she hit him with "Go away from me with this." Okay? So we know. Kenya told Phaedra that she spoke with police and they said that if he has a mental issue, jail probably won't be of any help. Phaedra said her and Apollo went to counseling. However, by the time they got ready to really divorce, she didn't even know who Apollo was. She couldn't believe the man that she was married to would act out like he did. Kenya said she loves Matt and want to be with him, just not that crazy part. She said she had a lot to think about, and Phaedra offered to pray with her, which I felt was on point. But here's my thing. What we praying for? Girl, there's always warning before destruction. This boy walking around here destroying all your property, and you still trying to find the goodness in him? Why? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I really don't. Let's go to Candy's house, because Kenya go over there in her rental car. She said she opted to do not to do the restraining order, and then asked Candy where her room is. Now Candy done made this offer to her, but she didn't think the good was really gonna come through. And folks, she know it. Here's Cynthia. Kenya invited Cynthia over there. Cynthia homeless too. Won't know can she stay up in there? Girl, you don't really want. I don't know how she resolved that, but I wouldn't have wanted that situation, okay? She didn't expect them to take it. So why you gotta be careful what you offer people, because when they accept your offer, you gotta live through what you put your mouth on and said you'll do. Anyway, the conversation shifted to the pop-up shops, and the group text Phaedra sent out telling them that she's requesting 50% of the earnings, and Cynthia says she replied back, "Don't you think that's a bit excessive?" Well, Phaedra obviously don't. She feels that this pop-up shop idea could be really good. They all have foundations. They can do several of them, you know, and donate to each lady's foundation or her cause, and that'd be all good. But this one is how she want to run this one, and this one for her foundation. Now we get to Sheree, and they all agree that they don't. They get to talk about Sheree, and in this little scene, they basically all saying that Sheree messy. She transfers stories incorrectly. She makes up stories, and she's a shit starter. So they all in agreement with that. Candy tell them of the meeting she had with Portia and Sheree, and how Sheree had added shit to the story about what she said about Portia and Block that she hadn't even said. And that's when Kenya said, well, is Block the one that gave Portia the golden shower? And Candy ain't know shit about what she was talking about. Kenya say, remember on the boat we played Never Have I Ever, and the question came up, has anyone ever peed on you? And Portia took a drink. So Kenya was just wondering, was Block the person that had peed on her? Child, them golden showers, I'm telling you, these girls do the most. I hope he paid you a cute corn. Well, he got a cute corn? Child, you gonna have a real cute corn to piss on me. I just got standards to which I live by. Candy says she know nothing of that, and she don't want to know. Portia, your hotels are starting to be quite interesting, girl. Is that how you buying this? I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Well, the day before the pop-up shop, they all meet to discuss the event and see how they going to set everything up. They talk about the profits. I don't care. Next, Kenya announces that she was going on this camp with Phaedra, and Portia jumped in her damn feelings. She felt like Phaedra invited Kenya, but Phaedra say she just not starting to get to know Portia. That's what Phaedra say. She just not starting to get to know Portia. So that's probably why she ain't really, it's a process with Miss Parks. Now, my question to you, Miss Portia, is you was over here starting shit with Candy, defending your girl. How tight are your friendship that this girl chose Kenya, who used to be her arch nemesis, to the trip and didn't invite you? I know you was in your feelings that whole scene. Next thing we see is Cynthia moving out of the house, and they take us down memory lane. All the good moments and bad moments of her living in that house. That was good. Let's go over to the pop-up shop, and Sheree, you cannot hate on Kenya because she took the time to bring a certain ambiance to her booth that you failed to do. They all doing their perspective thing while and everything going good, and then all of a sudden Honey Boo Boo Mama June and her husband showed up, and they came to see Aiden. I almost forgot about Apollo Mama and his stepdaddy. They came to see Aiden, and the girls were shocked that Phaedra actually has a relationship with Apollo folks. I said it's good for the child, for real. Marlo arrives, speaks to everyone but Kenya. Kenya notices and goes over to talk to her, and they walk off privately, and Kenya begins to apologize for not inviting her to the housewarming. Marlo say, the housewarming and the birthday party? Well, Kenya said she was going through some stuff at the time. Marlo say, yeah, I understand it, but you don't treat friends like that, Kenya. Kenya owned her mistake in that moment and said she had no real reason, and she apologized. And I was good for that. I'm like, okay, she telling you she wasn't nothing but a petty bitch, a thoughtless bitch, and, you know, all of that. What you want her to do? She can't do nothing but apologize. But Marlo ain't ready to take that because some kind of way she probably thinking in her head, if I create drama with Twirl, that might solidify me a peach on next season. But, bitch, please, you don't bring enough to the table for that. You sitting there acting a fool, can't accept the apology, you gonna hold a grudge. You still peachless, bitch. She gets to going off, won't let Kenya say nothing. Kenya walks off after she walks off after calling Kenya Nene Jr. Kenya walks back to her booth because she got clients to attend to, not like the white clients that Marlo attend to. I said, bitch, y'all stay shading. Look, they all raised a little bit over $8,000 collectively. They broke it down who put who and how much in. I wasn't going through all of that. I just know that that's how the shit went. And that's pretty much was all that they gave us. That's the quick breakdown of the Real Housewives of Atlanta for last Sunday's episode. I'm sorry I ran through that, but y'all know I'm on a crunch. I'm on a crunch, bitch. But I will be back with Love and Hip Hop New York in a few minutes. And in the meantime, well, child, please remember the depth of my struggle will determine the height of my success. Use that in your life to elevate you to the next level. In the meantime, in between time, please like this video, comment on it if you would like, and share it on your social media platforms. I'll see you guys back for Love and Hip Hop New York. Peace.